Hello and welcome to Global Shift, where we track the global transition away from the neoliberal world disorder towards a new emerging planetary order and help to unpack and make sense of the latest news and geopolitical events. This is to announce that I posted an article on the Global Shift website yesterday, hot on the tail of the previous one. As I'm going to be absent until Trump's inauguration, I thought I would wrap things up with a few words on a sort of long view of things. It is some time since I've talked about China and geoeconomics as opposed to the Middle East and geopolitics, which has taken up all of my time. I have to say, the whole Gaza thing is making most sane people lose their minds and perhaps lose sight of the longer term and the bigger picture. And this is what I do in this latest article, very briefly. It's not long. I talk about Europe's decline, America's restructuring, and how China is taking over the international financial system. I say how talk of a BRICS currency or a petro yuan, or indeed speculation about internationalizing the renminbi, something which would hurt Chinese business, how all of that is really a red herring. The loose arrangement that is the BRICS, with its nine full members, its 13 partner countries, and in the latest Kazan meeting, the 15 other attendees, which included the United Nations, what that arrangement seems to be about is about reforming the system as it stands, rather than creating a new one. Some countries have a very strong relationship with China, without being formally in the BRICS. One of those is Saudi Arabia. In that context, I talk about the Sinodollar market as the most important new development in international finance. I also light on the problem of the way that China is going to structure its economy and actually do economics in the future in ways that Western culture wouldn't be able to accommodate yet, or perhaps even comprehend. All that the so-called market pundits, unhappy at the moment of the recent performance of the Chinese stock market, all that they are doing is to complain about China's measly 5% growth rate, adding that those numbers are probably manufactured anyway. I suppose they should wish that all OECD countries had that kind of growth rate. But anyway, that isn't the point. The point is whether orthodox GNP or GDP figures and measures are relevant to our human condition anymore. Anybody interested in fractals knows that the measure of something is mostly about how you measure it. And now Chinese Communist Party doctrine on definancialization and deleveraging real estate will eventually mean that there will be a restatement of what national accounts should reflect in the future. Finally, the last time the world was at war, Europe wasn't paying attention, and America emerged to dominate the world. During these current forever wars, it is America that is not paying attention to the rise of China. While economists sit down and try to work out the numbers to see who's winning, those numbers are all basically lying statistics. China is changing the way that the human race is going to count in the future, in more ways than one, in both a formal calculational way and in a substantive value sense. So let's meet again when Trump starts making real decisions. If Trump's envoy, this chap called Kellogg, is taking a hard transactional approach to solving the Ukraine war, a sort of land for peace sort of thing, I wonder what will be the approach with Palestine. The Palestine problem is basically that Palestinians have little left. Anyway, let's see what Saudi Arabia does. Unlike the Emirates, they dodged the BRICS meeting except for the last day. I suppose that's about keeping the door open for negotiations with Trump. The Saudis know that they are the biggest prize, and they want to rely on that to get a stable Middle East from the Americas. One without rockets flying around that frightens the tourists. They're all important tourists in their 2030 vision development plan. And that, rockets that set oil wells alight. Anyway, I look forward to seeing how Lebanon muddles through these trying political times and who the Lebanese end up electing as president. Lebanon is a country to watch. Thank you for listening, and keep the emails coming at info@globalshift.com even during this break. Bye for now.